Hey guys, it's me Luis again. So we have another one. Remember I told you yesterday we have two more purchases this morning. So I have a 911 over there, a Baxter convertible, and we have this one is the Macan. Now this one was, the people say was defect from the factory in Germany, but I don't see any problem with the windshield. There's no crack, no chips, nothing. So I don't have any idea why they're gonna replace the windshield, but that's what they request. So we're gonna follow the instructions and orders. Okay, so we're gonna start working here. So remember, this one is easy comparing with the Cayennes. Remember, you're gonna have your stint 16 here. So this kind of arms for the wiper blades, they don't have too much force, so you can use your hands, so you don't have to have any extractors here. Some in the middle like that, a little force, you see, right there. So it's not much force you have to put to just release. That's right here. Remember, for the side moldings, we're gonna use this one. There's a bar called this little bars plastic, coming from inside to outside, up, and that's it. Sometimes you're gonna have a little careful, because sometimes those clips, the retainers, is catching the molding. Sometimes they're really tight, and they can just crack the molding. I had one of those problems, a few of these ones. It's a lot of work, but sometimes I have to replace the moldings because they have a little crack or something. We cannot leave any car because they're under the warranty, so we have to just put everything in. Just open the gap right there. And release your cap. So this one is more easy. You compare them with the Cayenne or the old Cayenne. Now what I do is take this one off, because sometimes my line can be stuck, so I always have to remove this one. Just really careful in this area, because you're gonna just push it down like this, just slowly, because you go too far you can scratch your paint. Just really careful. And now you can start twisting the molding down, and this way your molding is going to come out. And this way you can do it, that you want to leave that the molding there is fine. Because I like it, because I release this part more easy. A little more. Maybe it's a little extra work, but they make me prevent any problem with the line. It's gonna be the trash. Okay, so that part is ready. Let's go inside. We're gonna pull the sensors. Now remember, these kind of consoles, they have pressure clips, but sometimes those clips, they open inside, and that's when the problem happens. So I saw even the parts here, the service guys has the problems to release this one sometimes. Okay, and this one, what I do, I'm just gonna take from inside here, this part, just a little bit, like that. Open a little bit. Don't put any pressure on the edge, that you're gonna make some marks. So just let the molding come up by itself. Just right there. And this prong, there you go. Those moldings are really teeny, and you can pull it just like that. I don't use any bars or plastic sometimes, because those things can make marks and they're really easy to see it. Okay, now this one, remember, is a little clip like inside here. You have to do is go in and pushing down, like go in this space, and you see that one is coming up, the second one is coming down, there's one more over here, and one more over here. Well, you got that one already. Just go down like this. It's got a little pins right there. Just go up. Now take the plug or the holder right there. Now get this one off. And we have the console. And remember, now we have this area here. We can open from the back. And this point right here. Just careful, don't make any mark. Because this kind of plastic is easy to make any marks, and some customers can see it, believe it or not. Okay, just go down right there. Okay, and this one you're gonna do is open from inside and release this one right here. This one right here, don't miss it. It's gonna be inside here, just to make a space on the clips. Go. Now this one has two sensors. The humid sensors. One is here. One's another condensate sensor. So this one gotta go down like this. Take the lines. Okay, and I have to take this console because it's for this little plug right here. That's the only I have to. Okay. So just open this little bit, and that's it. Just open it, and that's all. Okay. Now for your sensors here, remember this one, can't little clips right here. You can break it. I always break this because I don't want to be involved and mark my chips or make any damage, because some people want to make pressure using this and you can damage the circuit, so just don't do it. Now this one the same, has a clip here, just put your finger inside, open one side and open the second one, and it's released. And now the mirror, remember, to the left, take the bracket, and now is when you can open your cover. That's gonna be more easy to prevent any damage, because people like to make pressure here and they broke this one, or they make a lot of bad marks, and you have to replace it, because this kind of cars are expensive, so they are not expecting for something bad. I'm gonna break this one too, because this part aluminum, I don't want to just make any problem with this lane departure. It's gonna take to the left, right, I mean, up on this way, and take them off. If I don't want to have all the boxes hanging right here, just push this one too. And now I have all the sensors out. So now what I have to do is take my alignment clip right here. This for the lane departure. This one from here. It's another line crossing here. And now remember my rain sensor. You're going to take this one from the edge right here, no deep, or you're going to damage the filament. It's for the sensor. Just right there. It's another clip right here catching my wire. I know it's a lot of wires, but okay, that's open here. Just don't mess it, or just put some fingerprints, just try to don't touch it. And now it's time to take all these wires out. Okay, you see, it's a bunch of wires out here. There you go. Okay, that's all. The mirror is gonna put it right here. Well, okay, and as you see, we have all the sensors. Now what I do all the time is put in orders, because that's gonna make me easy put the wires back on, because now I have all the wires up and lining, you know, like this. I don't want to get just twisting those wires. Okay, so all the sensors hang right there. Now at this point, remember, it's not a good idea turn the car on. If you turn the car on, all the sensors, there's going to be uncalibrate the system, and you have to go back to the shop and calibrate the system. So just careful, don't start the car no matter what. That's why you have to find the spot. Don't move the car anymore. Even if someone come and make you move, say no, I can't, because the sensors are going to be uncalibrate, and we have to recalibrate again and cost a lot of money. Okay, so just all the wires here. This is the old clip. This is coming from the cow, from the central bracket, I mean. Okay, and now we're gonna start working with our spider. Okay, so we're gonna just start working with our spider. Remember, we have to follow the manufacturing instructions. Today we're going to work like it has to be, because sometimes the glass lamp we are 1, 2, 3 and that's it, and that one can be a problem. You can find your way to figure out how to use the tool, but the way to use it is different, because the other your way can damage the tool or damage something. So let's going to go the manufacturing instructions today. So we're going to put the line. Remember, we're going to protect the dashboard because this part is really sharp. Okay. Even when you slide in the line, you can burn the dashboard, so just very careful when you pull in the line. Remember, the Spider use a line P8 because it's more thick for the high torques. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now remember we're gonna start that way. Well, now we're gonna go the corners here. Remember, these kind of cars, they're really tight, especially the corners, okay? So when you do these ones, you're gonna see how tight is those corners. Sometimes even my line is breaking these glasses, but that's normal because the glass is too low. Even more than Mercedes. Mercedes is low, this one is more. But no, it's not about how low is the glass, it's because the bend of the steel, the pitch wheel, is a lot. Because they make the pitch wheel like this, like under and coming in curve. That's make a lot of force when you break in that glue. So, but you gotta have to work slowly. Remember to go the corners first. And there you go. Okay, now we're gonna just anchor that one. So remember, you have to go on not on this position because you're gonna stress or gonna force a lot on this part. You gotta go a little more on this way. Coming in this little bit like there. Tap a little bit. That's gonna be more suction on that suction cup. And now remember, we're gonna go the fork like this. 1, 2. Probably this one not too high because remember the thread is gonna catch the line, so just a little bit. And right there. Okay. So remember, this way, when the line starts pulling, it's gonna make that one tight. If you go the other way, it's gonna loosen that part. Okay. So let's start here. I'm gonna try with this one now because the big one I got a full charge. Is a 500, almost 400 torques. Let me see if that'll work. I'll have to change for my drill because I wanted something more, you know, easy to maneuver. But let's see what happens. If not, I have to change for the other one, the Ryobi. It's a little bigger, but it's fine. Okay, now we're gonna change this one. Remember, these designs, you see this part right here, is because we have to go probably 4 inches from this part, and you're gonna attach close to the pillar side. Okay, and this way you still have a room to protect your corner. Okay, so now let's gonna start here. Let me see if I can just work with this one or change for the Ryobi. So let's gonna make it work. Remember, the VIN number on this one has to be protected because it's not like a sticker or paper like another cars. This one is more like a higher one and has like a little lips around, and that one can catch and break it, so just careful. Okay, I just cover here. Sometimes you're gonna find resistance. Now my drill is working, but some spots they're gonna stop. Is because it's not a high ready torques. So I can just change for the other one. But you see, I have enough room here. Remember, we're gonna stop probably right here, because if we pass the line right there, we're gonna cut the tool. You see that one? So my drill right there. So it's not probably the best option, because this one is not really high torque. So I have a Ryobi. Remember, 4 gauge, 2 speed and a 4 gauge. Let me see if gear, I mean. Okay, now at this point, because you see the line is ready to go over there, but you still coming, you're gonna cut your tool. Now we're gonna just take this one off, and we're gonna just fit that one close right here. Remember, left another 4 inches here, so we can just touch the design was made it to just fit with the headliner or the pillar side. So in this way, you have the room. Okay, so now we're gonna start working here. I gotta buy another one, more smaller. I just bought this one because I thought it was a good option, but working on this one, maybe small one is better. Okay, so we're gonna start working here. You can use your hand, or you can use your remember, stop the line right there to the corner. At that point, are we going? Now remember, depending on the car, if the car is really curved like this one, always more flat, you can just go all the way here to that corner, or you can go probably over here. So in this case, I have a brick bracket over here, so I'm gonna help myself just going probably this way, because this bracket is really big and I have to get careful because it's almost touching the pitch wheel. So actually it's not really big room. So in this case, let me just protect my corner. Right there. Now I can go to the other side. Okay, and now I'm gonna pass here. We can just go, you see how close is the line, but I still have a good room. So I'm gonna go, probably remember, you're gonna touch your pillar side again, like this. You don't have to touch it, but just pretty close. You see the foam right there, but you can just get it right there. It's not gonna make any problem. Remember your 4 inches again, because that's gonna give you room to protect this area, okay? I mean the top, the headline. I'm talking about in this one, okay? Okay, now we're gonna have careful here, because remember we are really close. I'm gonna go manual here first and try to avoid all this bracket. Sometimes it's gonna break a little parts of the bracket, but it's no big deal. It's not gonna break your line, just right there. And now I must be ready. Good. Okay, now careful here. He's coming very close. There. You want to protect that one with your headliner protector, you can just go right here on the corner. Right there. We're gonna go and this way, a little more far from this part, right? Because that's gonna give you more room to use your drill. And in this angle, almost touching. I'm not touching the dashboard, you see, but you have to go the most deep you can. I'm not touching, you see the room right there, okay, but it's just the deep you can go. That's gonna help you more for the cut. This way, I'm gonna use my dash protector over here. It's just a little piece I have to cut, and this one is gonna give you the perfect room to go in this direction. Right there, almost done. And you see, very nice. Just a little step ahead because it's the big one, okay? So I'm making more force this one, and that's why it's got a little difficult. So more smaller probably will be better when you take them off and put it back in. This one is a little not the best option I couldn't get. Like that's the first one I saw, the cheaper ones, because the other ones was really high. Okay, so you see the difference when you cut in on the same with the manufacturer instructions. So remember, your design is being already by the engineer. So you see this part right here, remember is to go close to it here, and that way you start over there, remember, and the corner 4 inches up from the dashboard to the top. You back over here by the headliner, lift 4 inches to the pillar side, back in the middle over here, and you can just back and this point right here 4 inches down, okay, and you have room to protect your dashboard. And the last cut on this angle, and you can have access to your drill and make the cut more easy. Because sometimes we want to do on our way, because we want to do 1 2 3 and let's go, but that one can be a problem with your tool. So remember, try to follow the manufacturing instructions, because these tools have been already made by someone, engineers and technology. So, and you see, I can reduce my line again, because if you go too high, you're gonna catch the thread on the screw, and that's gonna catch and damage the line, and that's when I have to cut it. So don't do that. Okay, so I saved this windshield because I don't know why it's wrong with this one. I didn't see any problem, it's completely clean, but the customer says the defect, the sales did too, so I'm not sure what's wrong with this windshield. For me it looks really, you know what I think they have? Probably a little bits from the rock chips, maybe. So that's why. But I mean, this car's coming in and those big 18-wheelers with a closed compartment, so I don't think they're coming outside. I don't see it, but you know, customer is a customer. So this is why, because if you remember, you pass the line right here, you're gonna cut your tool here. So that's why it's very important, follow your instructions. Okay, so we could with this one, so I have to go down there and get my glass, because there's some parts. I cross my fingers because they're looking for. I wanted people say, "Oh, we don't have it," because they're gonna be in trouble. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna start working here. Remember, we're gonna sit with my setup WRD to see. I don't see any problem. Everything is clean. Okay, I don't know what kind of effect, but let's see what happens. Okay, guys, let's see next cut. We're gonna see. Just I'm gonna clean the V. Remember, clean my V. Clean the edge with the cold tones of water, make it clean, put the primer on the glass, and we're finished. I'll see you next time.